This is Do TV with the M&M show with M&M, Matt, Nate, Matt. Yeah, and today we'll be discussing about the MLB playoffs. First, we'll talk about the American League, who our picks are. Okay, who are your picks?
For the division, I gotta go with the Astros, Indians, and Red Sox. They've already put on some distance, and I think that they have proven to be the class of each division. For the wild card, I have the Mariners and the Blue Jays. Both of them have struggled in the first half, but the Blue Jays have made it to back-to-back championship series. They have a solid starting rotation, which not very many people look at, and if you really look at it, one of the best offenses in baseball. They haven't performed this year, but if you look at years in the past, their record might not have showed it, but their run differential was very solid. And the Mariners, you have an incredible starting rotation with Felix, Iwakuma, Paxton, and Smiley, I think are solid, and you got Cano, Seager, and Cruz. I think that those two teams will be very fun to watch. What are your picks?
My picks? Oh, Matt?
I'll go, I guess. I think winning the AL East, I'm gonna go with the Yankees. In the AL Central, I'm probably gonna go with the Indians on that one. Though I'm not too sure, it could go either way. In the West, the Astros, I mean, they've showed it all along. And in the wild card, I'm gonna go with the Red Sox and the Mariners. The Red Sox, I'm kind of sensing a second half collapse, kind of, but they'll still make the playoffs. The Mariners, like you said, very good team to watch. But the Blue Jays, no chance, I don't think. I think the Yankees, if Judge keeps performing the way he is, and if they stay healthy, they have to stay healthy. If they make a big trade at the deadline for a better first baseman than Chris Carter, who has not really performed, I think they could do way better. They just gotta stay healthy, and they have to perform at the rate they're performing. The pitching might have to get a little better, but other than that, I think the Yankees could win the division.
Well, I think I'm going with what Matt Weinstock said. I'm going Red Sox, Indians, and Astros because they're all doing really, really well this season. They all have great offenses and defenses, and I think for the Astros, George Springer, Jose Altuve, and their entire core is really, really good. And then for the wild card, I'm having Yankees, and I'm also having the Twins, because Twins led by Sano and other people don't really. I feel like they're gonna lose to the Yankees. I feel.
All right, I want to get back to what you said about the Yankees winning the division. Who do they really have that is a consistent player? Judge had an awful year last year, and this year he's had an amazing season, but there's no signs that he's going to keep this up. And as for pitching, in years past, their only consistent starter has been Tanaka, and he has not performed this year. What do you see in that team?
Okay, well, what you said about Judge having a bad year last year, look, he was in the MLB for a month and a half. He had just come up. I mean, every player's...
He's just come up now. Still.
No.
You
but
can't predict based on that.
He had a whole spring training. He had a whole first month to
like a month
play
of spring
with
training.
the team. He was with the minors the whole year, and they called him up in August. Like, it's got to be hard to come up your first game. Even Gary Sanchez was very rusty when he first came in the MLB. It took him a couple of weeks to get into that groove, and then obviously we know what happened after that. But still, you can't say Aaron Judge is not going to have the same second half. He's had a huge first half. Maybe you could make the excuse that everyone does, the home run derby ruined his swing and whatnot. But no, I don't think you can. I don't think you can go against Judge with the Yankees.
He's a young player. Young players often do this. They have incredible starts to their careers and then fall off. He has had an incredible first half. I'm going to give him that. But last year, he did not put up good numbers. And what stability does he have to show that he's going to put up good numbers in the future?
What you said about every young player doing this, Mike Trout, he had a huge start. Did he ever stop? He never stopped. Mike Trout has been consistent forever. So you can't say that.
Rookies often do that. They often collapse.
Mike Trout and Bryce Harper are not examples of that.
Yes, of course there are going to be contradictions, but all right, do you know who Chris Coughlin is?
Yes. Cubs. He was on the Cubs. Is he?
He's not still on the Cubs.
He's not still on the Cubs.
And you're proving my point. Nobody knows who he is. He won Rookie of the Year. He had an incredible rookie season. And all right, as for the Blue Jays, back-to-back ALCS appearances, do you really think that this is not a solid team?
I just don't see it because the power of that division this season is just way too much for the Blue Jays to do what they have consistently been doing. I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
All right, the Blue Jays team has stayed just about the same with the exception of Encarnacion leaving from last year. I think that they're going to have a great second half this year.
They didn't have a great first half.
Well, we'll see what happens in the second half.
I don't think a break of 3 days is really going to change any team. Really, then what are they going to do? Like, just one day of practice, they're going to say, all right, we're going to turn this around and automatically do great? I don't really see it happening.
That will conclude our MLB playoffs. I've been Nate.
Matt?
And Matt.
Bye.